Hi, everybody. So I'm just trying to figure this out. Bear with me. Let's see what I need to do. Since I'm new at this, live chat. So sorry, guys. I've got to figure this one out. I see you all. I see there's two people here. Hi, Reflections. Okay, well, thank you, Reflections. I was wondering if you were all seeing me. So I've got my coffee this morning. I'm trying to not have the camera so big, and I don't know if I just need to back up. Tea, good for you. I have my decaf. Very well. Let's see if I can adjust this camera. Hi, Sandy, how are you? I wish I could see everybody's chat, so I will try and just keep watching the chat. This is really new for me, guys. So this is kind of awkward, learning these new tech things. I'm a little tech challenged. So I wanted to hop on today and chat with you all. I wish we could see each other, because this is so awkward talking to a blank camera and just kind of having to talk. Hi, Penny. It's so good to see all of my favorite people here this morning. So I was just saying, Penny, this is really my first live, so bear with me here. It feels really awkward to be on here talking to you all by myself. I feel like I'm talking just to myself. But I wanted to hop on and share with you guys things I've been kind of working on. So I'm working on my big goal this year. If you know my story, I'm turning 60 in August, and my big goal has been to get on YouTube, because I am tech challenged, and to share art because I love art. I'm still working, so I am doing this kind of in between everything. And my other big part of my goal was to create an online course. Hi, Colleen, so good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for saying hi, because I have to tell you, this is really awkward talking to myself. So thank you for your little hellos and things. So again, my goal was to, by August, to be on here. And hi, Monty. Oh, thank you so much. It's what I love to do. So my goal to get on here, create this YouTube, being very technically challenged. I've been here 3 months, and it's been a lot of learning, a lot of getting to know all of you. You guys are so awesome. And I just love waking up and seeing those familiar names. And so I wanted to share that with you. So I'm still working at the whole YouTube thing. As you know, I don't edit my videos because I don't know how. And I am working on this online course, but it's been a real challenge, I have to tell you. But that is my goal, is to get on and create a very simple beginner's course. As you know, I love teaching beginners. You guys are so great. And this is so awkward, this live thing. So weird to be talking to yourself, but knowing you guys are all there. So I'm really hoping I can finish that by summer for you all. I'm still researching all of this, because again, I'm very tech challenged, and I'm hoping to put it on a platform called Teachable, but that costs some money, and there's some tech things there, so I'm trying to get somebody maybe to help me. And I really wanted to get your input. I would love to hear what you're enjoying, what you'd like to see more of. I started out doing a video a day thank you, Penny. You know, it's all, tech has always been a kind of a, oh God, I'm really bad at tech. So it's kind of one of those spots for me that make me feel very vulnerable. So I really would love to hear, and I guess the only way I will hear is by seeing if you write me something in the chat here. I so wish we could be on like maybe a Zoom call and I could see all your beautiful faces. But I would love to hear what you're enjoying and what you're liking and what you'd like to see more of. So I can do, hi Jane, thanks so much for all your hellos. That makes me feel better because, as I keep saying, this is really awkward, these lives, because I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So with the online beginners course, I am hoping to launch that. Love and oh, thank you, Jessica. Well, you see a lot of my bloopers, and sometimes I go back. Oh no, Jane, I wonder if, and you turned up your volume. I might ask everybody else if you can hear me. I love that we are all on the same page technically. Maybe let me scoot up a little bit, although, wow, that is really a close-up, isn't it? I will try, thank you, Jane. I will try to talk a little louder. Is that helpful? Are you guys hearing me a little bit more? I happen to talk, I tend to talk a little bit lightly, which is odd because I was a speaker for years. That's better. Okay, I'll try and talk a little bit lighter. It's early in the morning here and it's kind of dark out. Perfect. Thank you, Colleen. Oh, thank you, Penny. So again, going back to, and I really appreciate you guys being here and dealing with me through this first live of mine and experimenting and all that kind of stuff. So I really want to know what you are enjoying. Hi, Helen from Staten Island. Oh, that's great. And you know what? I love that you guys love my unedited videos. Thank God, because I don't know how to edit them. And so, like I said, you hear my bloopers. I go back sometimes and listen to my videos, and it's like, oh my gosh, I just, called a petal a leaf, or a leaf a petal, and it's always awkward watching yourself speak. So you guys have all been so supportive and amazing and great, and I just love it. I love meeting you all. So I did want to share what I have for you so far, because investing in one of those little microphones, I know I need to do that. I need to have somebody, reflections. I need to have somebody kind of, I need to talk to somebody to see which one I might use. Hi, Caroline. And thank you, Jane, and get a microphone, because I know that would be really helpful. So a couple things I just wanted to share that I'm already doing. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so glad you've learned so much. Is share what I am doing and kind of pick your brains and see what you guys think about what I'm doing so far. So I've been doing the videos almost once a day until just recently, because I felt like that might have been a little bit overload for you all. And thank you, Colleen. Yes, believe me, we have our or I have my challenges. So I mess up sometimes on those videos. I'm like, oh no, that was not good, but oh well. So again, going back to, I want to show you what I have been doing. Hi, S. Cabral from India. Hello. And just pick your brain and see what you think. Thank you, Jane. So I'm going to walk over to the side here, and I'm just going to grab some of these little tutorial kits that I've been selling, and just see what you think of them. Hi, Sherry from Southern Ohio. I love Ohio. I love how they don't have any fences. I know that sounds really odd, but in California, everything is very much fenced off. And oh, good, Colleen, that's good. That's good to know, and that's really important to me, that I go slow, because that's how I learn. So I try to go slow. I try to share my thought process. Hi, Jane in Florida. San Diego, Tisdale. I just moved from, thank you, S. Cabral, Tisdale, I just moved from Solana Beach, so you probably know where that was. I was there a decade. I painted a lot. I did a lot of classes. I think my art is still in some of those boutiques there. So how fun to see where you guys are all from. Let me walk to the side really, really quick. I'll be right back, and I'm just going to grab something to show you. Deborah, your live chat just popped up for me, so I haven't watched your videos yet, but I will prefer. Oh, good. I am so surprised to hear how many of you love unedited videos. Oh, Pebble Beach. Yes, that's such a beautiful area. Because that's how I learn. And I like to hear my artists and my teachers saying, oops, I made a mistake, or, having to fix something they did. And I really am so happy to hear that you like my slowed down videos, because that's not for everybody. That's how I learn. I like to hear how my artists I'm learning from, I agree, Reflections, what their thinking process. So I try to share that with you, like, okay, this is why I'm doing that, or this just occurred to me. So I'm so glad that's helpful for you, and I'll keep trying to add that in. I'm going to walk to the side really quickly. I'll be right back. So I came up with this. I think I've kind of shared this in some of my videos. When I took classes in college, or I took workshops, thank you, Paul. 2 a.m. Oh my goodness, Pauline. Wow. Thank you, Penny. Yes, I know. And I get lost as well on some tutorials because they just go so fast and I can't keep up with them. And of course, anything new, I always have to kind of process. So I'm so glad you appreciate that, because I know it isn't for everybody. It always amazes me how many people like those shorts. And for me, when I watch them, they're fun to watch, but I don't necessarily learn because it's too quick for me. So this is something I've been doing for a couple months, and it's went really well, although I don't market them so well. So for every tutorial, as you see, I'm painting an original that you get to watch me paint. I create these little swatches, and this is all my pre-work that I do. So, you watch me paint the actual original, and then I have my swatch sheet, and I have all my little strokes that I use, and my practices. And normally I put all kinds of notes on this for you that I'm taking for myself as well, that I want to share with you when I'm doing the video. So as I was saying, when I took classes from teachers, wonderful teachers over the decades, and my art classes from my professors, after class I would always go up and I would just, look at their work and look at their brush strokes quick, and I would ask her questions like, how did you get that color? And, what are brush strokes? And I would take notes. So I thought putting these little kits together for you would be really great, and you guys have purchased actually a lot of them. Yeah, shorts are kind of frustrating. I know, you can't save them. You're absolutely right, Colleen. And I try to do the shorts as a little snippet of a full tutorial I have coming, and so that's kind of my use for them. But I agree, Colleen, they're kind of quick and it's hard to grasp techniques and things like that. So these little kits I've been putting together, and I've been putting them on my Etsy because for me, I'm so happy to give you something that I wish I could have had from my professors and teachers that I've learned from, because I'm such a touchy-feely learner. And so for me, seeing those things up close was really helpful, and being able to ask, what was the brush stroke you used here, and what were the colors? How did you get that color? So this is like another one I've done. And this was on, I don't know if you watched this one, but creating, different washes and things like that. Again, these are all, my little pages that I create before I hop on a live. Here's a bunch of sketches I did. This is in one of the sheets that I'm selling. So I have lots of these kits, and my hope is it will give you kind of that up close, personal, touchy-feely you have in person. You could look at my brush strokes, you get the original, and you could go back and watch the tutorial, and maybe it will help you. I know it would have helped me. I sell them for $25. The one I've sold a lot for you guys, and so happy. I hope they're helping you. A couple things I heard was, you know, shipping to Australia or Canada is really pricey, I know, and I obviously don't have the control over that. So my question to you is, do these seem helpful? I Zentangle. Ooh, that would be fun, Caroline. I have a girlfriend that Zentangles. I don't know, Jane. That's a good question. I'll have to see if I can save shorts. I'm not sure about that. Being new to YouTube, I've only been here for 3 months, so I'm learning with you guys all this tech stuff. So going back to these little kits that I'm creating for you with the swatches and you know, the brush strokes I use here. If I'm doing wet and wet, I try and show you, lay down the water and then do this, add this color. This is wet on wet, or this is, I'm using wet on dry. So my question to you, for those of you in California, I think this has been great for you because the shipping's reasonable, you get it quickly. I've had people order from Canada. I know it's pricey, I'm so sorry. And there's that exchange rate issue. So my question to you is, would it be beneficial for you, knowing I'm tech challenged, which one? Oh, this one, Jane? I haven't put it on my Etsy yet, but I will. Thanks, Jane. We'll look into that, although I'm also tech challenged, yes. This is the one, Jane. This is so fun. See, I feel like I'm talking to you because I'm telling you guys, hop on a live sometime and host it. It is crazy. Thank you, Deborah, and all of you guys. Hi, Creekside from Texas. Thank you for sharing what you know about this tech stuff. Yeah, saving the shorts, I don't know. Being a newbie here, that's something I'll have to look into. But anyway, Jane, so I will put this up on Etsy. They're $24, depending on the shipping, you know, where you're at. But you do get them relatively quick if you're in the US. I'm experimenting with trying to figure out how to upload these so that it could maybe be a downloadable purchase, something like that, where you could just download all of this. So this is another one. Here's my little swatch. Oops. And all the colors. I showed how I mix some, so you get that. I love how you did the water, then the paint. Oh, thank you. Yes, that was fun. That was a really fun one. And then here's all the brush strokes and that I use, and I kind of try to explain. So I'm wondering if for those of you that, you know, this is pricey for you to ship to Canada or Australia or wherever you might live in a different country. If I can figure out how to do these as a little download, I might be able to do that, and I could offer you, you know, you just pay and you download it for, I don't know, $5 or something. And then you would have it, you could print it out. The brush strokes help you. Okay, good to know. Yes, that was a big help for me too, is seeing somebody go kind of slowly through those brush strokes. So like for instance, I haven't marked this one up yet, but this went with that monochrome painting that I did. And for me too, it's really helpful to see, you know, using the tip of your brush and light pressure and holding your brush upright. these were C strokes and values, and these were a little bit of an S stroke, and you know, putting two C strokes together here. So I'm so glad that's helpful for you. Oh, Pacific Beach, yeah, Pacific Beach. I've only been gone a year and I already called it the wrong name. So I'm glad. I will keep those in my videos. I have sometimes felt, I don't know if this is just too repetitive, but I love sharing the brush strokes that I use for each painting before I paint, and I love showing the colors that I use. Another question for you all. Thank you so much. This is so helpful for me. I'm writing, I'm going to note these things. You know, I started feeling like maybe my tutorials were going a little bit too long. I don't mind doing them because I'm in the midst of it and I'm painting and I'm doing them, but I'm curious what you all think. Yeah, brushstrokes girl, me too, Creekside. And the color mixing, okay, so that's good. Now, for the most part, I don't do a ton of color mixing. Dad and I would go camping there, my favorite. Yeah, I love Pacific Beach. And the brush strokes, so you guys are enjoying those. Do you like that real time is so fun, isn't it? Except for me, I wish I could see you all. It's really odd talking to myself, I have to tell you. This is my first live and it's like really strange. So thank you so much for those of you making comments. I feel like I'm not sitting here alone just talking to myself. So I've got color mixing. Oh, good, yes. And Jane, that color mixing I was taught in college to mix your colors. I had one class where she only let us bring maybe 6 colors to class for the whole semester, and we had to mix all our colors. What I love doing is allowing the colors to mix on my painting. I think that's really pretty. You get all kinds of variations. And when you mix colors, you know, those are really unique colors. And I just think they're so beautiful. You can't get most of those out of a tube. So I will keep going with that. I like the repetition of great. Oh, I'm so glad sharing the brushstrokes. Okay, so brushstrokes seem to be helping all of you guys. Yeah, a limited palette is really a good practice because it kind of forces you to have to play with the values of your pigments and your hues, just meaning a lighter value. Oh, thank you, Penny. You're so sweet. Thank you for being here with me on this and getting me through this. Oh, I'm so glad, Sandy. The longer videos, thank you for that. They actually just, I would rather follow a long tutorial and learn the process than a shorter one and miss things. Okay, these things you guys are sharing with me, I'm a visual learner. Yes, I've heard that, Colleen. And you know, Colleen, I have had a couple people that have said they're, what is that term? I can't remember the term now, but they have a hard time following along with the long video. So what, it helps to paint as you, yeah. You know, maybe fast forwarding would be really good for you. Yeah, so I am going to leave going over the brush strokes in my videos then. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, I've worried that it might be too repetitive. So the brush strokes, the color mixing you're enjoying, give me a thumbs up on what you think, and maybe in the comments below. I'm not sure how these lives work, but I think they stay on and you can keep commenting if you're coming back later. So maybe just let me know, like, how many minutes do you feel comfortable with? In the beginning, I was doing very short ones with 20 minutes. Then I kind of started getting to about 40 minutes because I was going into the brush strokes and the colors and the hues and a little bit more detail. So let me know what time frame kind of works for you. I've been trying to keep them to 30 minutes. and at the same time not rush too much through things. So that would be really great feedback for me. As well, let me know what you think about, you know, these little kits that I'm selling on Etsy. If they're helpful, if any of you have bought them, let me know, because longer videos help me. Hi, Mary. My time is limited and I have to stop and come back later. Yes, 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, that's kind of what I've been gathering for me as well, is good. Okay, so that's going to be my goal. You guys, this is so helpful. So 30 minutes, I'm going to try, and that's what I've been feeling as well. So really helpful. My other question is, are the kits, let me know what you think about those, if they're helpful, and if a digital, thank you, Kissies. Let's see how different artists mix colors, because I learn something new every time. Real time is great, and I am also a visual learner. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Awesome. Okay, you guys cleared that up for me. Thank you. So the other question, the kits, let me know what you think. If maybe for $5, if it's even helpful for you, digital downloads would be awesome. I just need to figure that out, how to do that, but that is a goal of mine. And then you just print them out and you have the brush strokes and you have everything. I'm trying to expand on my ebook. So if you have that ebook, you know, give me some thoughts on that. If those type of things are helpful for you, it's a free ebook. Let's see, any other questions from you before I go that you'd like to ask me? I've been trying to share, you know, all of my supplies and my books. I'm trying to mix it up. Hi, Mary. Mwah. You're so sweet. Mix it up and make some tutorials on, you know, just painting, and some tutorials on, like the other day, my inspiration books. Another question for you. I've noticed some people are doing like how to sell our own art. Oh, I did that for a long time. Oh, thank you, Jane. Yeah, plein air is really fun. It can be, as you saw in my one video, a little bit challenging sometimes. And I'd love to offer anything I know. Somebody just asked about selling your art. I sold my art. That's how I worked for years and years. Commissions, selling to boutiques and all that kind of stuff. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I going to ask you? Oh, shoot, it was a good one. Oh, I've seen people, other artists that are doing, so I hear you say you like about 30 minutes. That works perfect for me. That's kind of been what my feeling is. What I'm wondering is, if I was to do longer tutorials, thank you, Richard Bird. I'm so glad. What would you think about breaking it down? Because sometimes I think if I'm not giving you the whole tutorial and you're walking away with your full painting, that you might be a little disappointed or be like, oh shoot, I really want to finish this. If I was to do maybe some of the longer tutorials broken up into 2 parts, like a part 1 and a part 2, that's another option, because sometimes I feel like I just don't want to go too fast. My little squirrel friend out my window is staring at me. That's so funny. So let me know what you might think about that too. And I'll try and, if I can, add below maybe in the comments. Thank you, Reflections, for that feedback. I'll list some of these questions that I have so I can get your feedback. 2 parts. Okay, so we're on to something here, guys. This is great. So I'm going to tell you before we hang up, part 1 and part 2. Awesome. This is great, great. I haven't really known if that's something that would work for you. So color mixing, going over brush strokes, keeping videos to 30 minutes. A few of you said thank you, Jessica. Good, I'm so glad. The part 1 and part 2, if I was to go too long in a video, maybe breaking it up into 2 parts. Awesome feedback. And then creating, if I can figure it out, making these kits into a digital download for you. 2 parts would be good. Oh, this is great. And part 2, awesome, you guys. Oh, this is so, so good. I'm so glad we hopped on here together. Even as awkward as it is talking to myself, I wish I could see all your beautiful faces. So I'm going to work on that this weekend. I'm going to keep the originals on there for $24 in shipping. And then I'm going to try and challenge myself to create a digital download for you that you would pay, I don't know, $5. Would that be worth it? And then you just print it off and download it. I don't know if those end up being in color or how those go, but I could just, create that digital download. You could just download it for $5. Sometimes it's hard to first or second part. Loved when you showed painting rocks using, okay, so you liked those various techniques. I did that with using tissue the other day too. So good feedback there. I forget who just said that. So 3 different ways in one video to paint the same item, the same object. That's good. To paint the object. Okay. Okay, well, I think I got everything. Playlists are wonderful to help find videos. That's a great idea. You are so right, Colleen. And I have utilized those playlists a little bit. So that is a great suggestion. Playlist. And then that way I could do, you're doing it. Oh, thank you, Pauline. It is. It's really strange. So a playlist for part 1s and part 2s. You guys are so helpful. I knew you guys were going to help me so much this morning. Okay, so if I was to do a longer video, I will break them up and do a part 1 and a part 2 for you. That way I can keep in the first part going over those brush strokes and the colors that I'm using. So I think I have everything I need, you guys, and creating digital downloads. I'm going to work on that. That one's going to be a challenge for me because I'm not good at tech. So a digital download. A little side note, I'm going to look for maybe a microphone that I can use. All right, you guys, thank you so, so much. I didn't even drink my coffee. I brought it with me. My decaf coffee, and I will try and put all the questions that I had for you that you guys, thank you so much for showing up here this morning. I thank you, Jane. I have to say, you guys have kept me going a few times, and I'm like, is this bringing any value? Is this doing anything? Is this helpful? You're welcome, Colleen. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you, Creekside. I love watercolors. I love it. I sit up at 2 a.m. painting sometimes. 11 o'clock at night. My kids remember going to bed and hearing me paint in the other room. Thank you, Reflections. Thank you for being patient with me on my first live. And thank you to all of you for helping me. And you enjoy your weekend too, Helen. And I will see, what I might be able to do another live on. I'm not sure. Maybe that would be another question. What would you like to see a live on? Do you like these little chats? Thank you, Penny. Love you too. I know I'm most creative in the middle of the night too. Bye, Jane. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys get going. We're at 30 minutes. That's perfect. Thank you, Richard. I'm so grateful for you too. And I just can't thank you guys all enough for sharing this wonderful medium that I love so much. And my last question, and you can just put your comments in the comment section below, is what might you like to see a live on? Maybe we could do a little tea chat every Friday morning. And I will do that. Reflections, yes. Okay. I'm going to let you guys all go. We're at 34 minutes now, and you've been unbelievably helpful to me. And put any questions. I want to do more lives, but I want to make them fun lives for you guys and really engaging. And I will see you all soon. Happy Friday. Thank you, Sherry. And I will, if that's possible in the live, I will put these little questions, give me more weekend feedback, and I will see you all soon. Okay, love you guys. God bless you too. Reflections. Bye-bye.